Morning, Mr. Paradiso.
Morning.
Give me a minute. I'm going to try to get Mike back on.
We're all here, but we're not here.
Seen Mike's face pop up there for a second.
Yeah, he was in here for a second and then he was gone. It's a technical difficulty type of day today, I think. Commissioner Schuff, how's it going?
Things are going really well there, Jimmy. How about yourself, sir?
Good, man. You having a good week this week?
Yeah, getting all kinds of stuff done. Got a full schedule for next week and into the following. So that calendar goes up quicker. I'm starting to notice.
Awesome, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And just for everybody who's on the line right now or joining us on Facebook Live, we're going to start here shortly. We're having a couple of technical problems, so making sure we can get everybody in here, and we should be starting shortly. Thank you.
That's good. I can just sit right over here, Tony. It's okay. You just sit there. Hold on a second. No, you start. You go ahead and do the meeting. Okay. All right. Or for me.
Okay, Jimmy, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Kirshner is in my office, sitting behind me off-centered, so he'll be joining me from here.
Awesome.
So with that, it's Thursday, February 25th, 2021. We want to call this meeting to order with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tyler, prayer, please.
Yes, thank you. If you would, bow your heads. Dear Lord, please help guide us, give us direction, give us wisdom as we are about to discuss finances, property, personnel for the county, discuss safety services, infrastructure, and all the important things to our citizens. Please help us do your will. Please guide us in doing what's right. And in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Nikki, roll call, please.
We lost her. She fell.
Commissioner Kirshner?
Somewhere.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Present.
Yep, you're there. Commissioner Schuff?
Present.
I'll accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recording of the previous board session from Thursday, February 18th, 2021.
So moved.
And second.
We have a second, Commissioner Kirschner. Nikki?
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes.
I'd like to just take a moment. Commissioner Kirschner's behind me. We're having technical difficulties at the county building with our internet service. So we also, the three commissioners are going to adjourn the meeting and attend the funeral of Paul Elkert. So we will see what we can get done during this session. And then as we get closer to the bottom of the hour, we'll recess and then discuss what we're going to do after that. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
We do have a bid opening at 10:15, so we'll kind of work towards that. So at this point, Stacy, County Administrator's report.
Yes, the only thing I wanted to kind of bring up the raises we had discussed last week, and I put some numbers together just for you guys to look at. We can change them however you would like. Let me share it, see if my screen's big enough for you guys to see. So the two different columns here, as you remember, I said earlier in the year, when we decided to keep our budgets locked into what the 2020, or yeah, the initial 2020 budgets were, we gave 2% increases after the first of the year. So in our initial budgets, it wasn't included. So I need
Stacy cut out.
Can't hear you, Stace.
Stace, we can't hear you. Sorry.
as you see, you guys had kind of mentioned 2.5, 3, 4 if needed, with however you'd want to do it with either bonuses or increases. So this is the basically doing a 3% plus the 2 we owe them for last year, and then 4% plus the 2% from last year. So I'll scroll down. And a couple adjustments Julie needed me to make for elected officials that she didn't have figured right. So those are in here as well. We tried to get it all just done in one resolution. So here are the totals with all of the benefits included for the basically the 3% and the 4%. Just ready for your discussion where you guys think we need to be. Reminder, we did only do 2% last year.
So Stacy, I have a question. Can you go back to the top, please?
Yep.
Okay, so in 2020, our budget included a 2% increase from the prior year, right? For 2020.
No.
Okay.
When we did budgets for 2020, we did not allow raises because of the Budget Commission had certified us a kind of low number in 2019. So going into 2020, we held with no increases. But I think it was like January or February, they gave us the increases. We had our carryover, and you guys decided to do 2% increases. So that was after the budget was passed. So when we did the 2020 budget, that 2% wasn't included and should have been.
I got it. So the employees actually received the 2%, but our budget did not reflect it.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. So would it be a county nightmare, Stacy, if we did something like a 2% increase plus a 1%, for lack of a better word, incentive bonus, retro to the first of the year? Would that be practical to talk about with the electeds and department heads, or would that be too much of a nightmare to figure out physically?
I mean, we could recommend them doing whatever we'd like. But again, as you guys have always mentioned before, once the elected officials get it in their salary line, they do what they want with it. Now we can say, you know, we're going to hold it at a percentage from, you know, now till the end of the year, if you want to do 2% or 3%, and then just do bonuses for the other. It's still going to be a sup app for the full amount, whichever percentages you guys authorize. Does that make sense?
So just to follow up with Mike's question, so we could grant a 3% pay increase for this year. And then as we go into next year, dial it back to 2 for budget purposes, and let the electeds do what they want with that extra percent for this year.
For this year? Yeah.
Is that too
Yeah,
complicated?
I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know if it would be better for the staff to get a 1% lump sum, a 2% increase, or just a 3% across the board. I mean, the only difference would be that they would have a little bit of additional money in their pocket at the beginning, as opposed to having it spread out over the year.
Right. And we can ask that. We can, you know, send out a memo and say that, you know, we're authorizing, you know, but
okay,
they always come back and tell me that, you know, it's our salary lines. You give us the increases, we'll do what we want to do with it. But
well, how about this? If we approve a 3% increase across the board for county employees, again, at the discretion of the electeds and department heads for their staff, and they can utilize that in their salary line however they wish. They could do a 2% regular increase and a 1% bonus increase, or they could just do simply a 3% increase from this point forward. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Stacy, I think we're getting close. It's can you go to the bottom again, scroll down? So the budget we were certified at year end does not include this 445.
Correct, it does not.
And as we go into 2022, then only 60% of that would represent the 3%. That would be carried over into next year. 2% is just an accounting catch up.
Well,
right? We're not increasing our payroll by 445, but by 60% of that, since that represents 5%, right?
Well, that would be the new rate going forward. If you guys only want to do bonuses, then we would reduce it next year by that 1% or by the 2%.
So that does need to get brought back in.
Yes.
Since it's not in 2020 or 2020.
Yeah, we would just only allow whatever. I mean, next year is always up for discussion. So if we approve this, we go into next year, our payroll line at the county general fund goes up by that much money. That's how we start the year. Yep. But if you're recommending that only 1% is based on bonuses only, and let them know that that will not be in your budget next year to start.
For the budget. That's kind of my question.
Okay.
I mean, I'm willing to approve 3% increases across the board. Okay, I would like to see it take the form of a 2% increase and a 1% bonus. However, that's not a deal breaker. If we think that the best way to do it is just simply 3% going forward, I'd kind of like to hear Tyler's thoughts about that, though, if you could.
Yeah.
I'd like to look this over a little bit closer. I mean, are you guys looking to make a decision on this here, like this week, or can I have a week and digest it and just kind of go through it a little bit closer, and can we discuss it further next week? Are you guys okay with that? Or are you guys looking for a motion today?
Well, you know, if we make it retro to the first year, it won't make much difference. If we do it from this point forward, it makes a bit of a difference because it's another week. But and I'm okay with postponing it. If you need some more time to make a decision, sure.
Yeah, I'd like to just go through the numbers a little bit closer here, and if we could make a decision next week or whenever, if I could get a few more days just to kind of weigh a few things out, that'd be helpful for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have a choice to retro back to January or maybe pick March 1 and go forward. Those are probably two things we need to discuss. And then bonus or no bonus and what percentage. I'm leaning towards a 3% increase when let the electeds distribute that increase the way they want to. But as we go into next year, I'm also we'll just, it's not an automatic 3% every year. I mean, I think we got to take each year in stride. So
I'd agree with that.
But I'm leaning that way. And if that's okay, we will make a final decision next week. Commissioner Kirchner's good with that. Stace, do you have anything else you want to talk about in your report?
Nope.
If that's okay, can we go to the bid opening at 10:15? Are we ready for that?
Nikki, do we have any?
Yep, I set them on your desk.
Oh, guess I gotta look around.
Sorry, I think you were helping Mike when I put him in there.
Sorry, everyone that's on the line. We're making the best we can with the situation. We're actually all in the building, Commissioner Kirchner, Schuff, and myself, along with Stacy, but it's some computers are working, some aren't. It's awkward, but we move forward.
Okay, so the bid is for County Road 56-0.35, County Road 38-10.98, superstructure replacement pre-stressed box beams. Engineer's estimate is engineer's estimate is $251,750, 251,750.00. And the first bid is from Geddes Paving and Excavating out of Toledo, Ohio. And their total bid amount is $257,610, 257,610.00. Second bid is the Crawford Construction Company out of Gallion, Ohio. Their total bid amount was $236,119.96, 236,119.96. And the last bid I have is Great Lakes Demolition Company out of Vickery, Ohio. Their bid amount is $299,563.52, 299,563.52. And those are all I have.
Okay, Commissioner Kirchner, I see you're back on. That's a good thing. Stacy, so we will turn those over to engineer.
Yes.
And no further action is needed with regards to the bid, right?
Not today, nope. He'll come back with his recommendation of accepting the bid.
So, Mr. President, I think we're at a point where we might want to have a discussion on the rest of the meeting. Commissioner Schuff has a dentist appointment at 1 o'clock. I would like to maybe suggest we jump down into new business, take care of that, and then we could possibly adjourn till next week, or if necessary, if we need to take a recess. I don't exactly know how we would start that back up, since Commissioner Schuff's out at 1 and Stacy's out at 2. We could maybe do something at 12, but the funeral's at 11. So
yeah, my only thought there is that you want to do executive session today, Commissioner.
okay.
So why don't we try to get through new business, move to executive session. We wouldn't expect any action from executive session, but we'd have to come back up sometime later today to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, I'm good with that. Why don't you take over from here then, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, very good. I got my system up here and we're just ready to go. Boy. Okay, so do we want to do any commission reports, commissioners, or do you want to go right to new business and get through that?
But I think mine can wait. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so let's go to new business, Stacy.
Okay. I have a fund advance request from the sheriff's office. They have a grant for their impaired driving enforcement program fund, and it's reimbursable. So they have to pay the bills and get the money back. So they're asking for the general fund for an advance for $10,000. So we're taking $10,000 from our advance out into their 1059 fund, their impaired driving enforcement fund advance inline. We also have another request from the sheriff, same thing. It's into his selective traffic enforcement program fund, 1076, from our advance outline of $5,000 to their advance inline for $5,000. I have a advanced repayment from the CDBG fund to the general fund. I think this was last year's advance for them, so they're repaying the advance from their advance out, $9,400 to our advance in. I have a setting time and place to receive sealed bids for the 64 passenger yellow school bus for the Opportunity Center. And that is scheduled for Thursday, March 25th, 2021 at 10:15 a.m. And I have resolution for authorizing the 2 satisfaction of mortgages for Jeremy Brubaker for the satisfaction of his loans with the Seneca County Commissioner's Office for work done through the Community Housing Improvement Program 2005, authorizing my Kirshner board to sign. I have a resolution adopting the revised compensation plan for the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services non-bargaining unit employees. We had talked about this in 2020, and this just got around to Job and Family getting us the final copy to review and sign. And then I have one added to the agenda, setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the request for proposals for Crossway for a general contractor. They get grant money to do repairs on the building. Obviously, we own the building, but the agreement is they take care of it, just like SCAT does with theirs and Opportunity Center does with theirs. The date and time for that will be March 11th, 2021 at 10 a.m. here in our office. And I think that's all I have.
Okay, I will accept the motion to approve the supplemental appropriations and the fund advances and the setting time and place and authorizations for signature for mortgages.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, any additional discussion regarding those matters? Hearing done. Nikki?
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay. So from a nuts and bolts standpoint here, we are going to move into executive session, discuss pending litigation, I believe. What the timing of this would be, Tyler's going at 1 o'clock. Stacy, you're going at 2?
Yeah, I have a meeting with the architect for the roof and the job and family and with the CSB building.
About 12:45. 12:45, we can reconvene maybe?
Yeah, 12:30.
12:30.
12:30, give us enough time?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to go into executive session after a motion is made. We do not expect any action from that executive session, but we will go into executive session once it's proposed, go back into the meeting probably sometime between 1:15 and 1 o'clock, and then adjourn. Again, we don't expect any action. So I will accept a motion to go into executive session for purposes of pending litigation.
I'll make that motion that we go into executive session pending litigation.
Second, Commissioner, I think we might have 2 minutes for public comment.
Okay.
I think we can make that work. The prosecutor is online. He's good with a couple more minutes. So
okay, so that we'll keep that motion pending and open it up for public comment at this point. That's fine. Who's first up here? I saw maybe Audrey had something, or the prosecutor had some comments.
Good morning, commissioners. The only thing I wanted to mention today is that our jobs and investment survey is open through March 1st. So a little bit more time to get that filled out the rest of this week, but that's really giving us a good idea of how to, structure our economic development, plans moving forward. So that's really, really important to our work. And we definitely have some great participation so far, but we could use some additional businesses filling that out. So help us spread the word. I dropped the link to that survey in the chat box here. But that's the only thing TSEP wanted to share today. Are there any questions for our staff?
Thank you, Audrey. Jimmy, anything else out there?
I don't see anything in the chat. If you're on the phone line, you can hit *6 to unmute.
Okay, Nikki, let's take a roll call on executive session.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
yes.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yes. All right, thank you very much. Sorry for the cut and short here, but we all do want to pay our respects to former Councilman Elkert, our sincere sympathy to his family and friends. We think out of respect that the commissioner should attend the funeral, so we will do that.
Mike, we will have to after executive session, come back.
Yes.
And then recess to come back later.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but I'm
we
okay,
will
right?
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Stay tuned. Do not change the channel. Okay. So we don't need to do anything more than what we've already done right now, though, right? Or do we need it? We're okay. Okay. So we will come back, go to exec session, and then reconvene at a later time, sometime before 1 o'clock. Thank you all for being here.
Let's call Derek. We might need a police escort to St. Mary's. But
I don't see Mike.
once again, mine a buffer.
Come on.
Yep.
Mike's here.
Yep.
Okay, there he is.
Okay, so we are out of executive session at about 10:48. I will accept the motion to adjourn back in regular session.
And Commissioner, I would like to, just for the record, mention that this will conclude the meeting. We are not going to reconvene, right?
Right.
Okay, so I will make a motion.
Second.
Thank you. Nikki, roll call, please. Commissioner
Yes.
Ito?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Thank you.
Love
God
technology. Thank you, everybody.
Good day.